Hey guys, Dragonite13 here. Welcome to Let's Play Devil May Cry 4. Now, before we even start the game, one thing we have to do is, there we go. We're going to change R2 to be our gun button. It's a very specific reason we're doing that. And we're not even going to see it for a couple missions. But that's what we want to do first. Now, I am actually playing the original PS3 version. You might be wondering, why are you playing that when there's the definitive edition, or no, not definitive, special edition on PS4? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First off, special edition is much easier, because it gives you so many more upgrade points compared to the base game. Second reason is that you can only have one save file on the special edition, and I'd rather not undo all the progress I made in that, so let's just do this. And we are going to turn this tutorial on just for this first mission, just so you can have to suffer through it with me. Okay? Okay. This intro's really cool. So this song is called Out of Darkness. Is it Out of Darkness or Out of the Dark? I'm pretty sure it's Out of Darkness. It's one of the main themes of the game, and you'll hear it as a leitmotif used a couple times. It's a very nice song. And it makes for an awesome backdrop to this opening. Now, you probably missed that little Easter egg. But that's okay, it's meant to be subtle. Shout out to Shimamura, by the way. He's back. By the way, meet our new protagonist, Nero. He's awesome. I love him. And yeah, Itsuno's back to direct this one. So, fun fact, apparently according to an interview, Itsuno originally only wanted to do 3 and then be done with the series. Like, let someone else do 4, etc. But early on into the development of 4, they had trouble making it for the new PS3 hardware, so they brought Itsuno back on to help. And he ended up taking over.
Despite his brave efforts in our names, I fear some have forgotten the truth of that great sacrifice. If the events of that terrible time were to reoccur, the fusing...
Nero really does not observe the dress code of this occasion. Just throwing that out there.
Let us pray.
By the way, I don't think they ever say it in-game, but the guy giving the sermon right now, his name is Sanctus. Or Sanctus, or however you would pronounce that.
What's wrong?
I'm out of here.
I forget if they ever actually say that in-game.
Preaching's putting me to sleep.
And this is an amazing intro. It's a great way to start the game, having the protagonist from the previous entries come in and just straight up be a fucking villain. God damn. So this might be a weird thing. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, we haven't actually gotten there yet. Also, that's Kyrie. Get used to hearing that. Hey, he washed the blood off his face. Nice. Also, you can do that in-game, but I will never be able to pull it off in this version.
Kyrie! Go with your brother and get out of here!
I will return with help. You stole him until then.
I won't hold my breath.
Did I mention Shimamura's back for this whole thing? Because he is.
jacked up notion of fair play, pal. And it's beginning to piss me off.
Okay, so this might sound weird to say, but this upcoming tutorial is a shout out to Shimomura section. I'm not even kidding. And it's weird that they put the mission start screen here, since we're not actually starting the mission quite yet. We're doing a tutorial, but we'll get to that in a minute. Mission 1, Birds of a Feather. Face off against the mysterious assassin. Alright, obviously we don't have any orbs to buy anything with, so we just need to dive right in. Alright, so first thing, they're going to teach us how to shoot our gun. So Nero has this double-barreled revolver called the Blue Rose. Now these gun attacks I'm doing suck, and they're not worth your time. And those attacks are not why you use the Blue Rose. Anyways, I forget if these orbs actually, like, count in the tutorial. Like, if you actually collect them. But we're gonna get them anyway. Pretty sure you only actually get the ones in the mission proper, but yeah, whatever. Alright, now it's going to teach us to side roll. This is all exactly the same as it worked in previous Devil May Cry, so got nothing to worry about here. I just like taunting at the same time. Feels right. Yeah, wouldn't it be cool to do that as a taunt in-game?
I guess this doesn't quite cut it.
What's the point of packing a sword like that if you aren't even gonna use it?
You might notice he ripped up that sword there. Alright, now it's going to teach us how to use our sword combo. Also, if you do it at the wrong time, Dante will punish you. So you gotta wait for him to Helm Splitter and then do it. There. Next, it's going to teach us how to launch enemies into the air with high roller. And for this, you gotta wait for Dante to taunt. Try to do it too soon, he'll just dodge and waste your time. Or fail to do a high roller like that, and he will punish you for that. We're almost done with the tutorial. Now for what makes Nero fucking awesome.
You got a trick up your sleeve. I thought the cat had your tongue. It's a trick you're looking for. Looks like you two are.
So Nero has a demon arm that lets him use a thing called a Buster. And the Buster is just a grab that you can do on basically any enemy. And the basic Buster just picks up an enemy and slams them down, but a lot of enemies will have their own unique little Buster things. It is one of the coolest things in Devil May Cry 4.
So, you're looking to play, huh? Alright, I guess I got some time to kill.
Tough guy, huh? Well, yeah. take you down a couple notches.
Alright, now we begin Mission 1 proper. So this mission's a boss fight. So we're also going to take a second to make sure we're picking up orbs here. Now, unfortunately, as of right now, we don't have a lot of moves at our disposal, but that's fine. Now, when that clash happens, the general rule is you wanna when this clash happens, what you want to do is press the Buster button right as Nero's arm clashes with Dante's sword. Also, Dante can fight back. This is actually still a boss fight. Now, we're only playing on Double Hunter, so Dante really doesn't do much during that fight. But good lord, if you play on the higher difficulties, he will absolutely try. But it's fine that he holds back for this, because we have basically nothing to fight him with. And Nero, you're going to learn real fast that Dante does not give a shit about being stabbed. Like, this is Tuesday for him.
I'd even go as far as to say that I underestimated your abilities.
You aren't human, are you?
We're the same. You and them. Though I suspect you carry something different from the others.
What are you talking about?
You will come to learn the meaning soon enough. But business beckons.
Hey!
It's probably the most mysterious
Adios, kid.
Dante ever gets in this series. Well, depends on if you count as 2 not saying anything as mysterious. But that's mission 1. Nothing too bad. Again, on higher difficulties, Dante will actually try. So be aware of that. Hooray for the ass rating. Alright, for that we get 197 Proud Souls. Now, this game does something very different in that instead of being able to spend Red Orbs on abilities, you have to spend Proud Souls. And Proud Souls are only ever gotten on mission result screens. You cannot get them any other way. But yeah, for this first mission, we got less than 200, which... yeah, there's really not much you can get with this one, so I'll take that. I miss being able to call out the numbers at the missions intros. I was going to say mission start screens, but that's not right. It was a neat Easter egg in 3, I liked it.
You brought this here for me?
Krita requested. She yearns for your touch.
Kyrie, not now. Oh, the sword. The sword, right, okay.
Battle companion a swordsman could wish for.
Now, ladies, get you a man who looks at you like Nero looks at his sword. He's gonna spend some time customizing that bad boy while Kyrie here. Gets her necklace.
To the castle, huh?
That's what the witnesses said.
Guy just came from hell. He's gotta hit up a couple tourist sites.
Just so lightly in a time of crisis.
And yeah, he revs up his sword like a motorcycle. Now notice Nero's got his arm in the sleeve here.
Trust me, I'll get it done.
Please be careful.
I'm going to bring this up like a couple missions down the line.
There's no time, and duty calls.
Oh wait, no, next mission will actually come up.
On an emergency.
Never mind. Not a couple missions.
Headquarters and report.
This is a good time to mention that this game is actually running on Capcom's NT framework engine. Or, not NT, MT, I'm sorry. Because that stands for multi-threading. And it's a pretty good engine, because this game runs buttery smooth. Like, even on consoles with, like, the most shit happening that happens at once in this game, it'll rarely dip below 60.
Is this him?
60 FPS, that is.
I'm not sure.
And then the PC version of the game with the extra the extra processing power that PCs have has something called Legendary Dark Knight mode, which basically the amount of demons you're seeing in this cutscene, double or triple that, and that is how much they can render in real time and have you fight. It's amazing. Also, forgot to mention, these guys are scarecrows. They're going to be our basic enemies for this game.
Go! Get out of here!
Not so fast.
See, now that everybody's gone, he rolls up the sleeve to reveal the arm. Yeah, it seems to imply that he doesn't want anybody to know that he has that arm. Keep that in mind. God, I wish you could do this in-game. Like, Dante could do it in 3, but Nero can't in 4, and it's disappointing.
This baby sure can't pack a punch.
By the way, that was all our mission intro scene, so let's actually dive in. Mission 2, La Porte de l'Enfer. I probably absolutely butchered that, but that's okay. I think it... I don't speak French, but I imagine it stands for the portal to hell. Or the portal of hell. Of the hell? I'm not sure. But it's mission 2. Head for Fortuna Castle. So, with our pretzels, let's actually buy some abilities here. So, the Red Queen is Nero's sword, and we're going to buy the Streak option. Which, based on these... what is it? Half FPS that would be? No, it's about 1 FPS. Based on this 1 FPS little preview here, it's the equivalent of Nero's Stinger move, so we're going to buy that. Now notice that raised the prices of everything else, but also notice you can get a full refund at any time. And when I say full refund, I mean full refund. Like, it will absolutely give you back all the souls you spent on it and readjust the prices accordingly. You absolutely want to keep this in mind because it's kind of super important. Anyways, That's the only ability we can buy, and as you can see, the cheapest item is 1,000 for a Vital Star, so we can't buy any items either. Yeah, that first mission really doesn't give us much, but we're ready to dive in. Whoops. Hang on, my bad. I forgot to turn the tutorials back off. Okay. Yeah, because after the first mission, we don't need them. Okay. Now you're going to notice in the upper left there's this little gauge that's revving up like that. That is the exceed gauge. Oh, I tried to catch him as he was falling. Basically, you can rev up Nero's sword like a motorcycle to build up 3 exceed charges. Now, what the exceed does is a little trickier to explain, but basically it powers up his sword. So like the regular swing comes out faster and does more damage. And it even powers up all his special sword moves, like Streak there. Also, there's a green orb in that trash can. Now, the reason you're actually seeing it, you're seeing the needle move every time I swing the sword, that's because there's a mechanic where if you press the rev button just at just the right time during an attack, you instantly just gain a level of exceed, because otherwise you spend one every time you use the sword. But if you press it at just the right time, you instantly get 1 level of exceed. The timing is... The general rule of thumb for the timing is press it whenever the sword would make contact with the enemy. If you keep that in mind and just practice for a minute, getting it on the first swing is super easy. Now, keeping it up in the middle of a combo, that is trickier, but it's doable. You just need to practice. And it's super important if you want to play Nero. Anyway, here's our official intro to the Scarecrows. Weird that we get that now, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, they're... Wow, really? Fuck you, ceiling. Also, Nero has the best taunts in the game. I fucking love them. He has some of the best taunts in the series, in my opinion. Yeah, it's like a... So like I was saying before, yeah. Getting the rev on the first swings consistently is actually really easy to do. You just need... it probably took me about like 10 minutes of practice to really like get my head around the concept, but once you get it, it's really good. But by the way, the game doesn't really explicitly tell you you can do that. Anyway, see all those enemies down there? How they're all being rendered at once in MT frameworks? Sorry. Yeah, it's not bad. But the PC version can do so much more. Anyways, there's a hidden red orb up here. Make sure to grab it. Alright. Now, Nero does something a little different than what Dante would do throughout the series. Whereas Dante would keep getting weapons and new devil arms to wield, Nero gets upgrades to his Buster. Oh, by the way, the arm itself is not called the Buster, it's called the Devil Bringer. My bad. But his Devil Bringer gets upgraded. Like, he will just absorb shit into it, and it makes him more powerful. This item, the Evil Legacy, which they keep in the middle of the church for some reason. You know, a crystal holding the power of an ancient evil. Yeah, just keep that right next to the chairs. Alright, this gives us the ability to grab things at a distance. And we can use that to grab these things called Grim Grips, and they let Nero traverse to interesting places. It can also be used to grab enemies. Well, it'll grab lighter enemies and pull them towards you, but if you try to grab heavier enemies, it'll pull Nero towards them. Also, you can grab items with it. It's super cool, and it's one of Nero's best tools. Anyway, secret mission time. Fun fact, if you leave the tutorials on, there is actually a tutorial telling you that secret missions are a thing. Anyway, secret mission 1, destroy all demons within the time limit. It's annihilation. This is actually a pretty strict time limit for the beginning of the game. So don't waste time to pull enemies towards you, and just do as much damage as you can, as fast as you can. Also hurry for an S rank. Now, Nero's Buster is the most powerful attack he has at this moment, so make use of it. But yeah, fishing that mission, not too bad. Also, this is an exact copy of that first area, including all the red orbs you can get from breaking stuff, so do that. So, I mean, hey, free red orbs, I'll take it. Also, you're going to see me miss the revs on streaks a lot. For some reason, I was like, a lot of Nero's special moves like that, I just cannot get the timing down. It doesn't help that I'm really out of practice with this game. I haven't played it in a while. Anyways. Oh god, what could possibly be blocking us from proceeding here? 2 scarecrows! Anyways, the way grabbing things works is that if you're not locked on, Nero will try to use a buster. If you are locked on, he will try to grab them. I forget, snatch, that's what it's called. Forgot its name for a second. So for that reason, you'll see me switching on and off lock on when I'm fighting some enemies, because you have to be not locked on in order to S rank. Whoops, didn't mean to skip that. Force habit. Alright. Now right here is where you would actually get the tutorial explaining to you what the exceed gauge is, but it doesn't tell you about the instant revving. It just tells you, hey, you press the rev button and you can start revving your sword. Anyways, just 2 more scarecrows there, nothing big. But a lot of orbs to pick up from destructibles here. Make sure you do that. Nice quick red orb fountain there. Oops. Wait, excuse me? There's actually someone alive? Oh, there you are. I'm sorry, dude.
What'd you say?
Have I ever mentioned I love Nero's taunts? You'll see me taunting with Nero a lot. It's so much fun. His taunts are so satisfying. Anyways, Blue Orb up top here. Anyways, come up here for the stash of red orbs. There's another one directly on top of this, but I don't think it's actually possible to get without, for Nero without an air hike, which, you know, don't have. So, that'll just have to remain ungotten for the moment. Because I don't think you can streak off the ledge far enough for that, but I could be wrong. I've always just assumed you need air hike for it. Anyways, we have to come over here because the bridge is up over there, so we can't go that way. Anyways, it's time to meet a new-ish enemy. Okay, so these are scarecrows, except instead of having the blade on their arm, they have it on the leg. It's a very minor difference, but they are technically classified as different enemies, so... Now they do move differently compared to the arm scarecrows, but it's really not worth treating them any differently than regular scarecrows. Alright, so anyways, activate the light switch. You can come over here to get to the controls for the bridge that's blocking our path. And now we get to see what a great engineer Nero is. Tried pressing some buttons and nothing. Let's press the buttons harder. Oh well. Get. Good job, Nero. Now we can move on. Anyways, come out here, and now there's some scarecrows here for some reason. Also, you can hold a streak and just rev up your sword. It's super awesome. Hey, come closer. I believe the streak there is... This is the only move that you can do this with. It's just a small thing that they did, and it's awesome. Oh, you little bastard. Well, this is going badly. At least we got an S. Usually I hold on to that S a little longer in that fight. I was just being dumb and got hit for some reason. But yeah, that was our first fight with actually multiple waves in it. You don't have to fight that fight. You can leave if you want. Come down here for some red orbs. And let's ride some Grim Grips up to the top. Get used to doing that, you do it a lot as Nero. And here's our new combat adjudicators. If our power is what you desire, it is with your skills you shall inspire. Well, okay. Anyways, for this one you just need a rank of B. Which is super easy to do. But yeah, combat adjudicators still give blue orb fragments, but they also give red orbs, and you can do them more than once on a save file. Anyways, divinity statue here. We still can't buy any skills, but we can buy a blue orb, or 2 if we want. Why not? Because red orbs don't go towards skills, so literally blue orbs and purple orbs are all I will be using them for. So, yeah, buy it if you can. Alright. So tutorial Dante didn't count. It's time to fight our first real boss of the game. Yeah, this is a nice little ghost town. It's quaint.
More demons.
It would be a shame if this town wasn't here anymore, huh? I fucking love this.
Fire's bad for the complexion. My burn easily. Never tan.
Remember, about 2,000 years ago is when Sparta's whole thing happened.
Make it another 2000?
Just interesting tidbit. But they never go into detail about this. Yeah, whatever, Goliath, let's go. Now, first rule of fighting burial, stay on the ground. Second rule fighting burial. If you can, get in his butt. Now, the reason you want to stay on the ground is because... Remember, at this point, I do not have access to air raid. Or air hike, sorry. So I can't double jump at all. Which means if he attacks me while I'm in the air, I'm screwed. I have to take that hit. So do a couple hits, then get your ass back on the ground. Nice camera. By the way, Burial here does count as a large enemy, so if you try to snatch him... Oops, I mistimed that. I never end up getting that buster. Oh, what? You never do the follow-up to that, really? Anyways, don't actually try to buster this guy while he's on fire, because he does not give a shit about the buster while he's on fire. You have to actually hit him enough to dispel the flames first. But otherwise, not much to him.
Don't ask. Damn thing drives me crazy, though. And he would be...
By the way, you never do get an answer as to who he is. Feels like something they didn't really have time to go into detail for this game. But yeah, that town's gone. No matter how you fight Burial, it will always be gone at the end. Which is a shame. I would love to see like a challenge run where you try and keep the town safe while fighting him. But it doesn't work that way. Anyway, it's just an A rank, nothing bad. You can tell what rank you get based on the bullet patterns at the end. Anyways, but now we get almost 10 times the amount of orbs we got from the first, or not orbs, Proud Souls from the first mission. Yeah, that first mission is very stingy with the souls, but from now on we'll actually be able to buy things with it, so look forward to that.